Hello you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah if you're new here, and I love all things thrifting and home decor. I love to share my easy DIYs and mostly my thrifting adventures. Today I want to share with you a spring thrift haul. I have been sharing so many thrifting videos and I haven't really been showing you everything that I buy. I realized I have accumulated quite the haul and it is very springy, so I felt like it would be suitable for a spring haul. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. First up is this golden, it's brass, it's real brass. It's a tray and it's like hammered, and then the handles have this little gorgeous detailing. I got this for $4.99 at Goodwill. I just love anything brass. You'll notice I am drawn to, I've always loved gold. It's always been my favorite color, so it's not just the fact that it is or has been trendy, and I do know silver is coming back in, but gold has been my favorite color for a long time. And so to me, something like this is timeless, especially because this is vintage, and it was only $4.99. Okay, I couldn't believe my eyes. This was something that I found at the Habitat for Humanity Restore Center, which I featured in one of my videos recently, but I did not feature this. I've mentioned that I love getting lamps there, and there was this one day that I went and I found a pair of these Peacock lamps. Okay, now they're $55 each, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to have that. I love exotic tropical birds and I love like cats. So like if I have art or sculptures that are animal related in my house, you'll start to notice a lot of them are either tropical birds or cats. And so I thought, I absolutely have to have this, but it's like $55 each, and I try not to split up pairs of lamps, and if I do split something up like a dish set, I try to only do it if I can leave enough for someone else to buy another set. Anyway, I passed on them because I was like, oh, I just was not in the mood to spend like $110 on a pair of Peacock lamps, and I was really thinking through, where could I even put these in my house? Like, I have to have them, but what will I do with them? Long story short, I couldn't stop thinking about them, and so I went back a few days later and one of them was gone, but this guy was still there, and so I took that as a sign that I absolutely had to get it. It was also marked down to 25% off, so I believe I paid around $40 for it, which is still a lot for a thrifted lamp, but I did look this up online and they are pretty valuable and just so unique. I found a spot for it right here in my bedroom on my dresser, and it's just the perfect size and just the perfect fun little touch. Next up are these wood and brass candlestick holders. I paid $3.99 each for them, and mentioned recently that I have been leaning more traditional. When we moved into this house 3 years ago, I was in a huge Art Deco phase. I have accumulated a lot of vintage furniture throughout the years, mostly starting in like 2017 when we moved into a historic Portland home. And so it's traveled with us through our last few places we've lived. And anyway, now we're in a traditional home again, and I'm just really, maybe it's because I'm inundated with that cottagecore aesthetic like all over social media, and but also this house is asking for it. It's asking for traditional pieces, so I'm doing my best to mix in what I already have, what I love, and then what this house is speaking to me. So I thought if I don't use them in my house, this is something that I would put in my Etsy shop. I know I keep teasing my Etsy shop. The story with that is I used to have an Etsy shop. I closed it down because we moved halfway across the country. I basically like just donated a bunch of my inventory. I do still have my same shop with the same name, I'm pretty sure, and I want to reopen it. So that's why I'm accumulating some inventory for that. I'm just kind of feeling overwhelmed with taking on like the responsibility of shipping and all of that. And I need to just make sure that I still have the labels and the boxes and packing materials and everything, because that's like gonna be the hardest part of it, and I just haven't really gotten around to making sure I'm stocked up on those things. But I will make a public announcement here on YouTube once I do reopen that Etsy shop. A few of you have asked, and that's the story there. Next up is this just fun, funky, springy little planter pot. Doesn't have drainage on the bottom. This is something that I bought during my anthropology dupes video, and it was one of those things that I couldn't stop thinking about, so I went back and got it later. It was only $2.99, and if I don't end up using this, then I will be adding this to my Etsy shop. Next up are these cute little painted canisters. They are porcelain or ceramic, and it says they're hand painted in Taiwan. Someone did ask me, like, when you're looking for a maker's mark, what is that and what are you looking for? When it's something small, I'm mostly looking for any sort of indicator of like where it was made or when it was made. You can tell like by looking at the tags if they're old or new, and if you flip something over and it says threshold or home goods, then you know it's new, and therefore, like, if that's what you're looking for, great. Me in particular, I love buying vintage things, so I like the older the tag looks, the better. And sometimes there will be like a little stamping or engraving on the bottom if it's like pottery or something. You can always like try Googling whatever name or number you see on the maker's mark. If it's furniture, you're just looking for a tag or a brand name. And again, if you're not familiar with the one that's on the piece of furniture, you can always just Google it and see if it's worth anything, or see just to, even if you're not reselling, you can just kind of figure out the value and where it came from. So back to these, I don't know why this one was more expensive than this one, even though this one's smaller, but this was $4.99 and $2.99, and I just thought these would be cute on like a bathroom counter with cotton balls or whatever you keep, or jewelry or whatever. And I just loved the fruit pattern and the fact that it was hand painted. I told you that I have a thing for tropical birds, and I was not lying. I bought this set of napkin rings. Unfortunately, there's only 4. There was another set of 3 that were black. They were like puffins, a different bird, and I think they probably all came from the same home. I just went with this set of 4, and this was $5.99 for the set, and I just think they're so cute and fun and just so summery and happy. So you guys all know that I hosted Easter and realized that I don't have any like platters. I have trays and cutting boards, but as far as like an oversized plate to put like pastries or food or whatever on, I realized I really don't have anything like that. So I thought this was the perfect time to go thrifting and see if I could find anything for cheap. And lo and behold, I found this adorable pink and white plate. I think it was $4.99, which was a great deal. Next up is this really cute set of Capiz coasters. I think these came from the same home that those Capiz placemats are from, because they have the same tag on the back which says handcrafted in the Philippines. And I bought these the same day that I got those placemats. I'm just not featuring them in this video because I already talked about them in my Easter tablescape video. But anyway, this is a set of 6 coasters, and I just love the little clover shape or flower shape, whatever you want to call it. The set was $3.99, and it even comes in this adorable matching box. So I just loved that and thought it was gorgeous. This floral picture frame is something that I thought my daughter would want. My husband prints some of our family pictures and pictures that we take throughout the year. He gets them printed every Christmas for the kids so that they can grow up having some printed photos of their life events. And so anyway, I thought this would be so cute in her room. It has this cute, like, I don't know, 80s or 90s floral pattern on it, and it was only 79 cents. Here I have another serving dish. This is just, it might be the same size as a dinner plate, maybe a little bit bigger. It has a fun little floral stamp on it, and this was only $2.99. This piece is something that makes me question my style so much, because I always say that I am like leaning more traditional, and then I go and buy things like this. And like the truth is, I've always been drawn to cartoonish items. So I just love that this is so childlike and fun. It's a canister shaped like an ice cream cone, and probably a cookie jar originally. And it was one of those things I saw and I just have to have. I just die for a conversation piece. I love taking everyday items like a pitcher or a doorknob or something and just like upgrading it to be something unique and something that people have never really seen before. And so this I am using as a little canister for our coffee pods, and it was only $4.99. Next up are these really neat kind of African inspired vases. I saw these, and then every time since I've been thrifting, I see another piece like it, like either a plate or the last one I saw was like a floor vase that was like 4 feet high. I never remember noticing these before, and anyway, I just think they're so pretty. This one was $7.99 and this one was $6.99. It's slightly smaller and they're very heavy. I really need to do some research on these because I'm not sure exactly where they came from or what they're made of, but I just know that these are in great condition and they're definitely handmade and or vintage. So again, with the napkin rings, I think I already have a set of these acrylic square napkin rings, and oh shoot, I took the tag off. I think these were $1.99, and I definitely got these for my Etsy shop because, like I said, I already have these, but I love acrylic. Anything clear and acrylic, I've always said, like, if my favorite color wasn't gold, it would be clear. So there you have it. This is so cute, and I know fruit is super trendy right now. This is a napkin holder, I believe. I've never seen one like this before, but that's my only guess. So if you know what it is and it's not for napkins, let me know. This was only $3.99 and it's porcelain. I haven't taken the tag off to see if there's a stamp or anything on the bottom. Let me see. It says ARC hand painted collection, and it looks somewhat vintage. So this will probably be on my Etsy shop. This next piece was another unexpected find, and I will definitely be keeping this. Oh my gosh, I actually wasn't intending to share with you guys the fact that I love tropical birds and cats. Like, I actually do have a lot of animal themed pieces in my home, particularly cat sculptures and cat art. But anyway, when I saw this, I had to have it. You know, it happens at the thrift store where you don't expect to see what you end up seeing, and then you're like, okay, I guess now all of a sudden I can't live without this, even though 3 minutes ago I didn't even know it existed. So this was $9.99, and I feel like, you know, porcelain cat sculptures can be somewhat valuable, and especially to me, who is now a cat lover. And I think he's just super cute with his pink nose and his little stripy feet and all of that. So he's gonna go on a shelf or something in my house. I'm nearing the end of this haul, and this little cake stand, or I think it probably originally came with like a glass dome, like do you call that a cloche or something? I think it probably originally came with something like that, but I still thought this was pretty. It has brass and wood. I actually got this the same night that I got these, and I wonder if they came. That's like one of my favorite things, is when you can go to a thrift store and you can kind of see like, oh, I bet these items came from the same home. The day that I bought the strawberry napkin holder, there were so many strawberry themed kitchen items on the racks, and I thought these must have come from the same home. It's so funny. So anyway, I thought this would be cute in a kitchen. You could stack some books on it on a shelf, or you could put a plant on it, or of course you could use it for desserts, whatever. This was only $3.99, and it says it was made in India. I find that a lot of the brass items that I thrift have a made in India tag, so that's pretty neat. This is another item that I showcased in my Anthropology dupes video, and I bought it because I loved the texture, and this is probably something that I will sell in my Etsy shop because it's not so much my style anymore. It's only 99 cents. And then here we have another item. I need to polish it up. It is a teak bowl, and it's rather large actually, and I just loved kind of, again, that clover or flower shape of it. The fact that it's real wood. You see these at like West Elm, Target, Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, and Anthropology. So this was only $2.99, so whether I keep it or sell it, it was a good value. All right, you guys, that about does it for my spring thrift haul video. And thank you so much for watching. I know a lot of you are new here. I've been loving talking to some of you in my comments. So let me know, what's your favorite item that I thrifted in this haul? Which ones would you have bought if you saw them on the shelf? Or tell me, like, what have you thrifted lately that you love? I super appreciate each and every one of you being here. And be sure to like and subscribe this video if you want to keep seeing my videos or more videos like this. Also, if you're not already following me on Instagram, my handle is the same as my YouTube channel, which is @homegirlcreative, and there you'll get to see some of my behind the scenes. I share more about my home and more behind the scenes about projects that I do in my home, and showcasing how I style a lot of these thrifted items. So make sure you're following me there. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.